I'm coming at you live on tape from Sydney, Ohio. And today's movie is Better Watch Out. And as you can see, I'm wearing my wrist bracers, which means there's a song. It is a short song, which I literally wrote and practiced 10 minutes ago. So don't expect much. But Better Watch Out starts with a babysitter going to babysit a kid. And the 12-year-old kid, babysitter's like 17, 18. And the 12-year-old kid thinking of ways to woo the babysitter and debating with his friend whether the paint can on a rope would knock a guy backwards if it hit him in the head or crush the man's skull, which we will find out later in this movie. Then the movie gets all creepy as they start getting phone calls with no one on the other line. And the babysitter puts on a horror movie, but not before the kid starts drinking champagne straight out of the bottle, because how else do you drink champagne but straight out of the bottle? And the babysitter joins him before the pizza guy, though they haven't ordered a pizza yet, delivers a pizza. Then Garrett, the friend who he was debating the Home Alone thing with, pops out the door trying to scare them. But not before a brick gets thrown through a window that says, "You leave, you die." Of course, Garrett immediately leaves and gets shot. So then they hear footsteps upstairs, and Luke, the kid, and the babysitter, whose name is Ashley, go upstairs to hide in the attic. But Ashley gets a spider on her and almost falls out of the attic. Luke gets them both down and goes for his family's gun. Luke calms Ashley down, who then runs into Luke's room. When Ashley realizes something is very wrong here, the man in the house who's robbing them or killing them, I'm not sure which one, is wearing Luke's mask. So it's a failed home invasion / staged home invasion. Yeah, Luke's trying to get her to go to second base with a failed staged home invasion. And with real guns. So it's Garrett. At which point Luke, to stop Ashley from calling his parents, smacks Ashley upside the head with the gun and knocks her down the steps. And then we get into the real movie, where Ashley is tied up and Luke is showing how much of a psychopath he is. They play truth or dare, and Luke touches her boobs. And then Ashley's boyfriend, Ricky, comes over, which Luke tries to stop, but Garrett ends up having to stop him before he beats Luke with a bat. And then they tie Ricky up. And then Luke calls Jeremy, Ashley's ex-boyfriend, to have him come over. And then Luke decides to test the Home Alone paint can theory on Ricky. First time he misses. Ashley then cuts through her binds with a piece of glass she had that was laying around and pulls the gun on Luke and Garrett. Mind you, Garrett at this point really wants to leave. At which point Luke releases the paint can and it smashes Ricky's face in, proving that everything in Home Alone will kill you. Ashley then fires the gun and realizes it's not loaded. Ashley then runs, which any sane person would do at this point. At which point Garrett tries to stop her, losing his glasses. And Luke, before she can get to the carolers to get help, Luke throws a brick at her. And then Ashley gets tied up in the living room with duct tape and Christmas lights. At which point Jeremy comes over and into the backyard. And Luke tells him that he needs to write an apology to Ashley. And then Luke hangs his ass. So right now we've got 2 dead bodies. Then when Luke comes in, he sees Garrett cutting at Ashley and kissing Ashley, and Luke shoots him. Point blank with the shotgun. So now we're up to 3 dead bodies. And then Luke decides, well, I can't let Ashley go now. So Luke stabs Ashley in the neck. And then Luke makes it look like Jeremy did it all. You know, at this point, you're kind of rooting for the psycho kid. He's so smart and so charming in a way, you kind of root for the psycho kid. At which point Luke makes it look like he's just been in his bed all night, having to crawl through the window upstairs into his window, outside on the roof into his window, to place the pencil on the door so they don't think he's sleepwalking. And taking his sleeping pill and turning on his womb machine that just makes a heartbeat sound. That makes him seem much more innocent. And his parents, played by Virginia Madsen and Patrick Warburton, came home and immediately scream in shock as they enter the house. Problem is, there's a survivor. Ashley put a piece of duct tape over the cut in her throat, and they're rushing her to the hospital where her vitals are stable. But there is a scene in the credits where Luke wants to rush to the hospital to be by Ashley's side. And you're kind of rooting for him to go and finish Ashley off. This is a great movie. This is really a great movie. It's called Better Watch Out. It's on Peacock. It's on several other streaming services. And it's a great movie. I could see why it did do well, because Ashley's kind of a bitch. And Vicky's kind of a jerk. And so is Jeremy. Garrett's a whiner. So you kind of root for the psycho kid, because he just played so well by the kid who plays him. He's cocky, he's psychotic, he's charming as hell, and you kind of root for him. This movie is just absolutely great. I highly recommend watching it. The only reason this is a Christmas movie is because it happens on Christmas Eve. It has a lot of Christmas music in it. It is great. I highly recommend it. It's on Peacock, several other streaming services, called Better Watch Out. Great film. 12 out of 14 stars. We're bringing the star system back. So now, for the song, I know you've all been waiting for my songs to come back. This is not a long song. I'm sorry for those waiting for a 10-minute song to come back. I cannot practice 10-minute songs. I had to write the lyrics down so I could actually remember them. Though, as you can see, it's only a page long. Let's see if I can remember how to play it. There's a man who comes around this time of year. He brings lots of cheer. He's the jolliest guy around. Don't confuse him with a clown. He's got whiskers on his chin and a big wide open grin. He's a jolly fat man, and he's bringing toys to all the good girls and boys. But if you're naughty, you won't see his body. He's a jolly fat man, so you better be nice. That's the entire song. Yeah, I know you're thrilled. You only had to put up with it for a minute. Not the best played song, not the best wrote song. So join me on Monday. Still looking to do how wrestling changed from bodybuilder types to just normal, fit-looking men types. Still looking to do that. For a wrestling show. Still looking to do that. Next week's movie, the Tubi original movie, Terror Train 2. So see you Monday.